trying to. Boy, let me finish what I'm doing. Get stuff up. All right, all right. I swear, I can mess up. I can mess up a live with the quickness. Well, good morning, YouTube, live from the Las Vegas Strip. Doesn't seem like it's the Las Vegas Strip because I'm at a truck stop, but this truck stop is actually TA. It's like right before the next 7 exits. It says, is the Las Vegas Strip. I didn't think I was going to be coming this way, but I got a haul. But I'm low on hours. But I got to make sure I make it because I had to give this up, and then next thing you know, give up a 1,000-mile run. Nah, we ain't doing that. So I gotta run. I gotta literally run my hours out, which I don't like to do. I'm a little truck driver chicken. I'm a little truck driver chicken, but we gotta do what we gotta do. Right. And these guys, if you can see, this is not. Turn right and then turn left. This is not smart at all. Where the heck is the exit? Hoping. I haven't been to this truck stop in years. I'm hoping it's this way. We shall see. Literally, I haven't been to this truck stop in years. I'm thinking it's over here. I used to go to the. You'll see it in just a second. There's a casino right across the street, and I remember I think they call. I don't know if they actually called road runners, but there's freaking birds. Running birds that don't doesn't fly away, but they were running across the road. And I actually seen a guy go underground. That's when I learned that, a lot of homeless people be sleeping in the tunnels and stuff like that. It's freaking crazy. I don't think that big warehouse over there was there last time I was here. No, I don't think that was there. Is that a warehouse or might be. It might be a warehouse. But sorry. I didn't put the messages on there. Nah. I think somebody said, am I gonna gamble? Nope. I done gave up enough money on the cruise. And see, from what I'm hearing, Las Vegas is desperate. Um, Las Vegas is desperate, so it's more of a you ain't winning nothing, brother. Uh-uh. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Okay, what the heck? know what? Let me stop acting like I know what I'm doing. And let's see here. Hey, cruising Sunday time. How you doing? Um, I used to go through here all the time when I was over the road, and I'm actually going back over the road because I can't afford to be regional anymore, which is kind of breaking my heart. But I got to do what I got to do to survive. Um, and it's been hard doing these lives because certain areas I've had to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to do a 6 o'clock, and it's been really, really, really hard. You know what I mean? Hey, Kenneth, how you doing? Um, but I remembered certain places, and I remember, in my beginning years of doing this, it was very, very painful. It was very, very painful. Very, very lonely. I was going through stuff. I was in a bad marriage, my first marriage. Going through divorce. I was what do you call that? Where it was a bad. The best way I can explain it, I was codependent and all this other crap, and the only attention I knew was bad attention. And I was like, it was like I was self harming myself because I didn't think no one would love me, no one would care, and this was my lot in life. Self esteem was freaking destroyed. Self esteem was destroyed. My fellow cruisers, my fellow YouTubers. Um, I mean, it was horrific. But by the grace of God, I got into a very bad truck accident, survived it. Thankful to God Himself. That's why I believe. But I don't. I'm sorry. I don't. We're this country has become so racially motivated, but I don't believe that I'm better than anybody because of the color of my skin. I don't believe that I am, you know, I believe that, I am who I am, and that's all that I am. But I don't condone bigotry. I don't condone white supremacy. I don't condone racism. Um, and, I got to stand 10 toes down. But my family members, um, I had to literally tell my son, I can't associate, I can't have him in my life if you believe what you believe. And he believed that Charlie Kirk is this holier than thou person, and that's my freaking heart. And I have not been the same since I've had. I'm sorry, I can't accept that. And I'm finding out he's in his 30s, and he believes that he was doing me a favor by caring for my second my wife now, and I don't believe I'm not going to accept all that because I took all of that pain, I took all of that suffering to stay in that house so he could have a two-parent household. I I took all of that. He watched it, and for you to believe that you were doing me a favor, and so you believe that you were accepting. You don't need to accept someone who saved me. You don't need to accept someone who makes me happy. You don't need to accept someone until you understand that relationships are relationships. We've got these kids nowadays that don't understand when mommy and daddy have to, separate and get a divorce. And I've been played. I've been destroyed. And guys, I'm not gonna spend most of my time on it, but I want to say it. because this is what I went through every time I passed through Vegas. This is Vegas. Sorry, I wish I could point you to the right, but my mount is kind of screwed up. You're gonna see the Vegas Dome and all the stuff on the left, but the main strip is on the right. Um, it just broke my heart, man. But at 58, I gotta do what's right for me, and it just breaks my. Oh, there it is. If you can, I don't know if you can see it through all of that. There's that new stadium for what's that the what team is out here in Vegas? The Rams coming right up on it. That's a high tech stadium. That's pretty cool. But I remember, I remember the first time I decided that was before Uber. I went to the truck stop. You guys can't see it, but the pyramids on the right, Mandalay Bay, and everything. I wish I could show you, but I don't want to mess with some. I got to get that. But I remember the first time I walked the Vegas Strip, I took a cab down there, and the stuff that I seen was just phenomenal. Yeah, see all those lights? That's the stadium. Allegiant Stadium. That's the name of it, I guess. Um, the Vegas Strip is actually 5 miles long. So if you walk 5 miles one way and then you walk back the other way, that's a total of 10 miles. And if you walk in and out of the casinos, it's literally you could do 15 miles in one freaking day. And I remember last time I actually vacationed here, we walked 32 miles in 2 days. And the wife, my new wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, when I asked for you 2 days, my back is about to drop, you know? I'm looking over there. The Bellagio, uh, Cirque du Soleil, what corny stuff is what I got the camera pointed towards. Caesar's Palace, Trump Towers, the Rio, see that purple. Oh, we got the whole ass. But yeah, I'm heading into Wyoming, Cheyenne, Wyoming. What the heck is that over there? Some hotel called Treasure Island. Wow. I really ain't seen a lot of cars, you know? I know it's still early here, but this is supposed to be Vegas, a place where, they don't sleep. No, I said that the Rams, I think it's the Raiders. I'm sorry, I think it's the Raiders. I said the Vegas Rams. I don't, well, I'm pathetic. I believe it's the Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders, I think. Yeah, I can tell you how much I'm into sports. They got there goes downtown Vegas. I kind of had more fun downtown than I had on the strip. And they got a place there uh, where if you're, I think, you're over 350 pounds, you eat for free. And if you can't finish your meal, you have to take a paddle into the backside or something that's like that. I went there. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. But I have to get down the road a bit. Let's see. Left. Let's see what. I don't know why my mouth keeps going the way it goes, but it is what it is. One good thing about Vegas, in I guess this area, to see the sunrise over here is phenomenal, man. It's phenomenal. We have a yard north of it's somewhere right around one of these exits that I could have stopped at, but I'm not gonna. I don't remember. Oh, I remember that place. That's a mall up there. A big behind building. I don't know if you guys remember. It used to be. I think it was on the Travel Channel or Discovery. They had these two brothers. They had an aquarium business. They built professional aquariums, and why was that not stay? I'm on the break of this thing trying to adjust it. And they wound up, shutting down. That was sad because I really liked that show. I really liked that show. Okay, well, we'll be driving into the mountains for the rest of this day, for the rest of this morning. It's funny that you don't believe it, but in the desert, it actually gets cold around here. It don't get cold now, but like right now it's like 73, but it actually gets cold. And there is a miles north of here, there's actually a racetrack. Actually, a racetrack. Yep. It's been a weird feeling being back all over the road. There's a lot of stuff that I've had to re-educate myself about watching my back, places to park, and stuff like that. It's been an experience. It's literally been an experience. But get this done. Okay, I'm set and ready. So we're gonna spend the rest of the day out here. Rest of the day getting things done and stuff like that. Um, in cruise news, I'm really disappointed in Carnival. Carnival, they could have just, for platinum people, they could have took some of the stuff away, instead of just, you know, making you spend 15 freaking $1,000 to stay, platinum or whatever. I was going to be making platinum, I think, after 2027 or some crap like that. And it just breaks my freaking heart that I can't do it. Um, but I mean, it is what it is. Um, I got to start paying on this cruise to Alaska. Then after that, I think I'm gonna ask Noah about cruising on Virgin. You know, good morning, official Jamie. How you doing? We're just not leaving the Vegas Strip. I couldn't even show it because my mount screwed up, and I didn't want to take it off. But once I get it on there, it's hard to get it back off, and then it's going to fall all over the place till it resets. But I'm just now leaving the Vegas Strip, and someone asked, was I gonna uh, was I gonna play the slots? Nope. I lost about a couple of $100 on the cruise ship. I'm not. That's enough for this year. I'm telling you right now, that's enough for this year. And Vegas has lost a lot of people because they took a lot of the perks. Because even if you lost a lot of money, you got comps, you got a free room, you got free stuff because you spent all that money in they just started taking all that stuff away. And I was looking at, man, there's new houses being built, rows and rows before you got into coming from Los Angeles, coming this way. There's just rows and rows of, you know, places where you could have, what I mean? You could have, buy, but now Vegas, they say Vegas is dying. Um, it's dying because a lot of states have approved, gambling and stuff like that. So, you know, what do you expect? And that's the matter. What did you expect? And you got to do stuff to get people that want to come, you know, spend money there. Most of the, I think it's like 20 or 30% that flew into Vegas were Canadian. Y'all done scared them off. That Canadians are staying in their own country, or they're going somewhere else. Or they might be going to the Caribbean because a lot of Caribbean countries, especially the Bahamas, they have these big casinos. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. There's also for you NASCAR fans, big speedway. Of course, it's out of the video coming up. God, and I'm giving you such wonderful video, but it's coming up on the left. I mean, on my right, coming up on my right. What I did like, I would like to do one day, but again, there's a raceway where south of here you could actually You could drive a supercar, a Porsche, or a Lamborghini around the track, and I think that would be cool. Yeah, I think you can do a couple of laps and something like that. And they even got a place down here where you could. They have specials where you could fire fully automatic. Go to like a gun range and fire fully automatic machine guns. And I don't know if they still got it. Last time I was here, I seen it. You could drive a bulldozer, or I don't know what they call that, that picks up dirt and stuff like that. You could run or drive a tank. They go out in the dirt field somewhere and drive a freaking tank. It's all kind of crazy stuff that they have in Vegas, and y'all don't see them, but there's just warehouses galore down here. And I guess that is to supply Vegas, you know. But hey, it's what it is. Let's see here. I mean, it's a whole bunch. Yeah, I wanted to do that, but the thing is, you can't. Vegas is overpriced now. You spend, you spend. I think it's a resort fee. Like, I don't know. I'm probably exaggerating. 50, $60 a night just in resort fee before you even pay for the room. That's ridiculous. I would do it now if I had a load to Vegas. I would stop at our yard and Uber to whatever fun that I would want to do. That's the only way I do it. Then back and sleep in my own truck because you got to save money. But that's crazy. And see down, that's okay. This is Speedway coming up on Speedway right here on the right. Yeah, the petrol. I stopped early. Uh, I'm trying to get as close to 500 miles as I can before I shut down today. Let's see. Let's see how many more miles I got left. Okay, I'm going to be looking. I'll be pushing this one. Well, one of the things about driving, cross country, is one of the things that you can see is the it's it's a beautiful sight right now. Further north, tomorrow I'm going to be in. Uh, I'll be going to Salt Lake City and Utah and Wyoming. That's a beautiful sight too. But come wintertime, yeah, you don't want to be driving up there. Uh, yeah, it's somewhat like but right now it's 73. It's 73 degrees. It's 73 degrees right now. Yeah, it still gets hot, but it's starting to cool down all over the place. The other day I bought some cool weather grass. The only cool weather grass that grows. I can grow cool weather grass on my lawn, but I for the last 3 or 4 years I've been converting it over. It'll last till July, June, and then die off. I've had some beautiful green lawn, but it dies off in June. I'm like, But I bought it was on sale, so I bought it. When I get north, so I'm gonna look for it's called Creeping Red Fescue. I could get it dirt cheap up there. That stuff works really good, but it's only perennial. I might drop some of that in the backyard, see how it does. Those are the things that I've been, it's stuff I'm gonna be playing with. I'm gonna be playing with, and but I'm trying to get back east because I'm due to my new truck. I'm in this stank by, I've joked over the years that I ain't the cleanest person, but this truck is dirty as hell, and I refuse to clean it. I try to clean up the areas. It's a new mattress. I've got one cover and one pillow, and that mattress is hard as a rock. I'm dying here, but it's keeping me on my toes. This truck shifts like a mother, shifts loud, but I'm going to run it till it falls apart. That's all I can do. I ain't sweating. I'm not sweating. I don't care. But I was getting a little nervous about my fuel. I had to have to turn on the car. There's only certain places where I can actually fuel up at. So I did that and got that out of the way. But I just wanted to talk for a minute and say hello. You guys just don't know I'm hurting mentally um, for personal reasons. Keep me in your prayers. I don't like to talk out. I like to talk out some of my business, but I like to talk about all of my business. Keep me in your prayers. I'm ready to go back. I'm ready for the East Coast. Yeah, I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. But out here is where I learned how to drive. Thanks, because you had mentioned it. You know, you had mentioned it. I think I don't know if it was on your live or a post, but I understand that you're going through some sort of. I know the feeling, but the, here's the difference. Not the difference, but what I'm going through. I don't think I'm wrong, and I don't think. And if I get proven wrong, I'll accept it and apologize. Because I said some harsh things, but sometimes harsh things need to be said for someone to understand. They don't want to understand. I've been an F up all my life, but I finally start to change things around. That's all I can do. But I'm constantly told that it's my fault. I'm not going to accept that no more. I'm doing the best I can, and that's all I can do. You know what I mean? I'm doing the best I can, and that is all I can do, ladies and gentle people. I'm gonna have to figure out tomorrow. I might have to shut down early and start back up, and I think I'm gonna get them extra hours, the last few minutes, so I can make it. Yeah, you see how I'm switching around with the conversation, so I can make it to this load on time. But I'm gonna figure this out because right now for the last couple of years y'all just seen that I was doing 300-mile runs. This is 1,084 miles. You think I'm giving this up? Nah, player. Nah, we gonna figure this one out. We gonna figure this one out. Nah, player. Nah, player. See, and I might do 300 miles tomorrow, shut down, restart, and I think I'll be getting those other miles back when I start back up. I'm gonna have to keep, I'm gonna have to count it off with my fingers, but we're gonna figure that out. I'm lucky I got a good amount of weight on me. I think I got 41,000 because Wyoming gets really windy. Wyoming is a windy area, so um, I'm gonna be in Wyoming yet tomorrow. Um, just trying to figure if there's anything of uh, is there anything worth showing you guys in Wyoming? We're gonna be going through the mountains and stuff like that, so that's gonna be the one of the fun things. But is there anything in Wyoming worth? Oh, you know what? Oh, there's it's somewhere up here. There's an Indian reservation where you can. No, I'm not going to admit to anything, but there's an Indian reservation where you can get cheap liquor. I don't. I just saw it. Not saying I bought it. No taxes on it because it's an Indian reservation, and it's also a truck stop. Isn't that crazy? Oh boy, the crap, the crap that they do. Uh, I'm gonna be looking. I gotta go back online and see when is it because I'm not gonna spend it on my bonus money. I want to go up to Louisville in October for the lawn care. There's a lawn care expo. I got to figure out what the dates are. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna rent a pickup truck and I'm going up there for the day, and I'm going to check that out. Also, I don't think you guys can. No, you guys can't see it, but if you look to the far left, see where that light says "Loves" on it. There is a field full of nothing but solar panels, big giant mirrors, and I think that's it. Or yeah, it's a solar farm, and there's a giant mirror on top of or was that south of here? No, yeah, I think that was south of here. Yeah, that was south of here, where there's a giant mirror that reflects wherever the sun was pointing down onto the solar panel. So, as as someone that's looking for alternative energy, they're trying to do it around here in Nevada, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah, that's a big solar farm over to the left where we're at right now. It looks like I'm not in my lane, but the way that my mount is, it's kind of off center. That's what I forgot to throw the garbage out. That's what I forgot to do. That's what I forgot to do. I have to throw the garbage out. I'm actually going. It doesn't look it, but I'm actually going downhill. I don't even have a foot on the brake, and I'm going 69 miles an hour. That's one thing you can learn is one, not to speed, but use the momentum. Okay, I'm straightening out, so I'm down to 66. I'm not allowed to go past 70 miles an hour, so 69 I can actually coast along. Isn't that crazy? That's the coast alone. But I know there's a rest stop, there's a rest area, Salt Lake City 394. Wonder if I can make it to our yard. I'm gonna find out. Probably not. I have to figure out where am I going to have to sleep tonight. Hey, Drake, perfect person I need to speak to. I owe you a really big apology, and you didn't even know it, and you probably thought I was a son of a biscuit eater. I don't really look at my messages on Facebook and on Instagram. I really don't even go on Instagram. I got it, but I don't want it. You left me a message in 2023 to interview me, on a panel in 2023. I just noticed it yesterday, and I sent you a message back. I am so sorry. I was going to send you a message sometime today. I'm so sorry that you probably thought this guy think he better. Nope, no, I don't. I'm so sorry that I didn't reply back. I should have stressed that. I am so sorry. I feel like a dirtbag. I look. I said, and I looked at the date. It said 2023, and I said she has been nothing but nice to me ever since. I said, oh my God, she probably thinks I am phony as all get out. Oh, shoot. But hey, I just came from an adventure up and down from Oregon all the way down to Los Angeles, and now I'm in Vegas, heading north on 15 to go to head to Wyoming. Um, I have my red shirt on now. I have my bandana. I bought a bandana. I think it was. I don't. I can't remember. I think I bought it. I bought a bandana in. I think it's the Costa Maya or somewhere in the Caribbean. It was an island bandana. I got my island bandana on and my red shirt. You can't wear this stuff in California. You know what I mean? I did a baby white bath, an adult baby white bath. So I'm somewhat clean, not smelling like booty, like not smelling like root tootie booty. Oh look, another to the left. You guys can't see it, but there. Uh, I want to start interviewing folks too, so I might be sending you a message. Official Jamie, I might be sending you a message. I'm gonna start interviewing folks about, but I'm gonna start interviewing folks. Everybody has a story to tell. Everybody has interest, and Dre, I don't know where you be coming up with these shorts, but they are hilarious. That one where you did it with the drum thing, and the Steve Harvey with the Steve. I was watching. I looked at it last night before I went to sleep, and I was like, "Oh my God, where is she getting his ideas from?" Because I'm ideaed out, and I'm tired of complaining about my sorry behind life. You know what I mean? I'm ideaed out, and I was like, "Yo, that was hilarious. That's a freaking hilarious story. That's a hilarious short." But I'm letting you know, keep going. Yo. A lot of people that are new to YouTube and even old to YouTube hate. A lot of people that see, I used to be that way. I got to get back to it. Be laughing at myself because there used to be a time, and it was not that long ago. I'd be out here just giggling and laughing, and I need to get back there. You know what I mean? That's why what I said earlier about my son is I have to let him go until if he's ready to come back. If not, it is what it is. But I can't associate with that negative energy in my life, especially when I'm trying to live the positive energy. And as an empath, it physically hurts every time I think about it. You know, uh, yeah. You know what? And make it pay for you. Make it pay. I talk to y'all because I get on here because I'm alone 99.9% of my time. And what they don't tell new truck drivers, that is so detrimental. It'll mess you up. So just even if I'm just talking to myself, I know someone out there is listening. Someone out there is saying, I understand, or I feel you, or he crazy or something. And that keeps me going. So I'm not making no money. My hours aren't growing. I'm not, the the climate has changed on YouTube. It went from the long-term videos to the short-term. I can't get a viral video. So I done gave up, but I'm not going to walk away from YouTube because it helps me. When I wake up in the morning, I need to talk something out. Hey, thank you. It helps me to talk it out and keep it moving. You know what I mean? Hey, how far are you? Because I think you said you live in Nashville. How far are you from that pyramid? There's a sports store. I forgot what the name of the sports store is. How far are you? How far do you live from that giant pyramid over there in Nashville? If you don't mind me asking, you know. But like right now, I'm slowly climbing. Come on. Yeah, I need to start. I need to start really getting back into and then you get that clip and then attach it, and it's so much more to YouTube. Oh, Bass Pro, yeah, yeah, but that area ain't really friendly. You know what I mean? And then you go over the bridge in the Arkansas, that's really not friendly. They'll snatch the tires off your daggone 18-wheeler. You know, yeah, that's Bass Pro Shop. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, here's the Indian casino where you get cheap liquor. But you didn't hear that from me. I didn't hear that from me. Let's see where we got. Let's see where we going. Where we going? I remember there was a. Oh, okay, gotcha. I got you now. Sad part about that area, and it's actually it's not Nashville, but it was close to it. Um, what's oh this? Yeah, yeah. I was coming up that way. It used to. I didn't realize, and I'm so gullible. There was a road over there heading that way. It, it was still in. I think it was in the national area, and I seen it was. I was coming through there like 2 o'clock in the morning, and this is when I first started driving the truck, and I seen some young ladies. I'm talking young, and I'm not. And ladies, I'm being polite. These were children dressed up in mini skirts and whatnot on the off ramp, walking around, and it didn't dawn on me what they were doing, and it broke my heart. I walked. I came through there one night. You know, years later, I think they cleaned that area up, but I didn't know. I didn't even know what a lot lizard was at the time. I was like, lizards, y'all got lizards in the parking lot? I didn't know what that meant until later on. And I had to get schooled on reality. I had to learn the real world. Living in Georgia, I was like in a cocoon. I didn't know no better. Like even now, I don't carry cash on me. I never, as an over the road truck driver, if I can't use a debit card or a credit card, you out of luck. So, and another another thing I had to learn out here was the beggars. When I first got out here, because when I first got out here, I was highly religious. I still believe in God and everything, So but I calmed down a whole lot. Um, but I was giving out my last penny to the homeless people I thought was homeless, people I thought was in need. No, these were professional beggars. They took me for every freaking penny. I mean, they would come knocking on my door. Can you help me? I'm trying to start a church. Oh, of course. Give me my last dime. Or they'd ask, can you help me out? My son has Apollopolis disease. Of course. Give me my last dime. And, don't get me wrong, I could go without a couple of meals, but I was to the point of starving. I done gave away all my money trying to help the poor. I remember it was somewhere in Nebraska. Um, this guy he was Indian, American Indian. And I mean, he was slap stinking drunk. He was so drunk. And you guys don't know, it's a good 2 or 3 feet. I'm sitting in my truck, and he was reeking so bad of alcohol, and he was like, trying to help me back. I'm like, man, get away from the truck, get away from the truck. And he was, trying to beg for money for more alcohol. I said, look, can you, get a few dollars so I can feed my kids? And I just went off, and I felt bad. If you stop drinking, all that money you had for that liquor, you're behind to feed your kids. Get away from my daggone truck. And I've grown stone cold out here. Every once in a while, I loosen up. But you got to be defensive, and I don't want to be, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? I don't want to be. It is what it is. Uh, but we figured out. Passing the lane. where that's going to bring me. So I'm like, what? Trying to figure out what mile marker I'm at right now. Funny how you start out in the dark. Now the sun's coming up. I'm waking up, but am I really waking up? Still got so much. I'm asthmatic. I have asthma, but I really don't need anything to. I'm to the point I don't need any medication for it. But every time I get cold, I get sick. I have to take certain things. Um, yep, yep. And phlegm. I had got a cold from that last cruise. I'm gonna talk to the wife and I'm gonna see about us doing a margarita a Margaritaville cruise. I'm gonna see if she want to do that. We'll take a 4-day, maybe somewhere in November, December. Do a Margaritaville. We should be able to afford that without going crazy. Do a Margaritaville at Sea cruise. I dropped some. I forgot. I've got so much stuff on my 4K camera. I got to get that off of there, and on my GoPro, my last cruise. So I got to get that stuff off of there, but I used to question God. I used to wonder why things happen, and a lot of people, and people think that, you shouldn't question God. No, I'm going to question God. But now I've learned, okay, there's a reason. There's a freaking reason. He has his reasons for what he wants me to, what's happened in my life. And I had to learn the hard way. His reasons are a whole lot better than mine. Because everything I did, I screwed up. And I know one thing. I know one thing. He's got better, his interests for me are better than mine, for myself. I don't believe anybody. I don't believe anybody. I don't trust anybody until you prove me different. His interests are a whole lot better than mine. So I've learned to be thankful for that and learn to figure that daggone stuff out. I got blessed to pay some bills. I'll wait till next payday. And I'm gonna pay off another. I'm gonna pay down another credit card. So I got to pay. I got to pay down two of my cards. One, you get on you get on the voice thing and say, what do you want to do? Do you want to pay the balance or the whatever? I'm trying to get the stupid thing that I'm screaming into the phone. The balance, all about it, and it paid the statement balance, not for everything I own. So I owe like $23 more. I'm like, you piece of, so mad. But I'm gonna get that one down to zero. And I had two. One thing I just now learning. You got to watch out for these credit cards. Stuff starts adding up really quick. And when they start adding up, next thing you know, you're going to be overwhelmed. And I started spotting it before I'm overwhelmed. So now, if I had one, I bought my wife this pocketbook for Christmas. I just paid it off. It was a Bremen, whatever, some pocketbook women that wear, and she loves it to death. But I had been making payments on it, and it's a company called Affirm or whatever that they'll debit your account, but I've been paying it way ahead, and I finally closed it, paid that off, and then on the TikTok shop, I bought another thing using that same crap. Okay, I gotta stop this because I got a trailer dolly. But before I was hooking it up to my lawnmower and dragging it out there, and it was coming off and the whole nine yards. But the trailer dolly, you can pull it and not get a hernia. You know what I mean? But I paid that off, and got that out of the way. But I think I'm gonna use it again. My wife needs a tire. Her car has these special freaking tires. She's been driving on a slow leak for God knows how long. I got to get that tire fixed. So that's next. But it is what it is. Oh, okay. Cool. Well, this is our country. If you ever want to know what Nevada looks like, this is what Nevada looks like. And Fisher Jamie, you asked, was it cool? It's getting cooler because I'm heading into the mountains. Right now, it's at 68. I'm going to be in a couple 100 miles. I'm going to be in Utah. Mopar Indian Reservation. It's crazy how they sent the Indians into the freaking desert. But it's green over there. Cool. Let's see. I'm probably going to stay on here for another 20, 25 minutes. If my phone overheats and it won't charge, it won't charge when it's overheating. So you can only do what you're gonna do. So if I lose the signal, guys, I come back. If I lose signal, I'm probably not gonna come back. And the sun's coming up, so it's gonna overheat a whole lot quicker. So I'm probably gonna get off in the next few minutes. Actually, about to hit the sun. Check the heat. Woo! It's running hot right now. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and shut down. Guys, you guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday because my phone's gonna overheat because now that the sun's shining right on the windshield, it's gonna overheat anyway. So you guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and as always, I keep you in my prayers, keep me in yours. As always, think about loves another. I love you. God loves you. Y'all have a blessed weekend. I might come on tomorrow in Wyoming, and I will catch you guys later. Deuces.